Hello and welcome to Borderline Games. My name's Gareth and today we're doing Danganronpa episode 13. Okay, so we're in the middle of just before the third trial. And this time we've had two deaths. We've had Taka and Hifumi, who've had really weird deaths. Like their bodies have been moved. There's a big robot called Robo Justice that's been seen. Dragging at least Hifumi around. It's very, very suspicious. And we're just about to investigate and find out what's going on, so we're jumping in right now. Deadly Life investigation. Okay, this whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. You'd hope not. Monokuma file number 3 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay. Let's have a look at the... Whoa. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It's thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Okay. Oh, okay, so we've got some mallets missing. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, or there's some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? And we've got 4 missing, right? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. So, was this hammer used to kill Hifumi and Taka? Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay. Hifumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? They didn't. He moved himself, maybe? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the 1st floor to the 3rd. And all without anyone noticing. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later, for now I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh. Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? Nice. Hifumi's glasses have been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. It's a dolly, it doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room, I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down it's not too hard to use. Huh, but wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Repository dolly has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Alright. Anything else to look at here? Let's just start talking to people.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but...
And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around. Yeah, I know it was locked, I was here, but when we got here the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it and why is it unlocked now? I wondered the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Okay. Hello, Sakura. There are many aspects of the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? Uh-huh. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up in the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. So we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Taka and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... Yeah, Celeste was attacked then. What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moved around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, but we split up and began searching. Then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Yeah, I feel like Celeste is suspicious as well. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared. And then... Huh? What was that? They came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And then we got back to the nurse's office. We found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. Important detail. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya and Hifumi had been killed, right? Oh, then... Yeah, wrong voice, whatever. Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who had just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body had disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all of this or something? This time Taka's body had disappeared. So from there we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies and we all headed to the repository. And there we discovered the 2 bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However,
looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know and find any time. Okay, I didn't expect it to be that in-depth, to be honest, but never mind. Hello, Byakuya. Do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
so in other words,
And there was no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? Is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
What? Because all the rules says if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number 1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more rules, more chances, you'll get found out.
I see.
Exactly. Hold on, perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Jesus. Huh, what's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Okay. There's only one way out of this room. Through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the lock was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies, and then the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... Repository door has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. There's got to be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First the nurse's office where Hifumi was found, then the equipment room where Taka was found. I want to just read that again. Blue tarp, Hifumi's glasses, spotless hammer, repository door. Doors connected to the art room to the repository was designed to open only from the repository side. According to AOI, it was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the body was rediscovered, it had somehow been unlocked. Okay. I guess that's the summary. That's all we need to know. I'm sure there was more to it, but never mind. Let's leave the repository. Let's go check out... the science. The physics lab. Science! This way. Okay, physics lab. Okay. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire, but that blood had come from here, which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Nice. Equipment room bloodstain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Yeah, I think that Hifumi was alive until he... So I think Hifumi killed Taka in this room and then tried to distract people away in order to try and move this body, and then end up getting killed by somebody new. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Okay. Tarp. There's one tarp missing. Huh, this tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Well, yes you have. Anything else about this hammer? The weapon that was used to kill Taka, the body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. Okay. I'm gonna go to the nurse's room now. Which I think is on the 1st floor. Oops. Not quite where I want to be. There we are. What's Celeste got to do with this? What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, huh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Ina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Ina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in a couple of minutes is, I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Nice. Celeste's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone had moved the body but left the weapon behind. Anything in here? A refrigerator? I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek? There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. It doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. Nice. Okay. There's a bin there. It's just a normal trash can. Huh. Wait, there's something inside. I knew it. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. Okay. So he cleaned his own glasses. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Oh, but it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth. And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Nice. Yeah, I think maybe they killed each other. Glasses cleaning cloth has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yasuhiro's message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So he said to go to the hero's room, but what's waiting for me there? What's this way? Oh, wrong way. Okay, I'll just quick travel. Where is Hiro's room? Celeste. Oh, no. Yasuhiro. The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm going to take the plunge. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where'd he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up, which means we can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Okay. Bunch of boxes. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something's made out of, looks like cardboard, plastic and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hiro's room. But wait. These blueprints. Something about them bothers me. Robo Justice blueprints has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay. It's a normal bed, pretty much like the one in my room. I guess there's nothing else to look at. I'm trying to see if there's anything new. I silently checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy though. How does a bathroom even get this dirty? Oh, okay. I guess I've found the thing. Let's go back out. Yes. Makoto! Big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait! I wasn't done. There's big news. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. There they are. Kyoko. And...
I mean...
Phew, man, I have had the worst day. Hiro? Okay, let's talk to Hiro first. There's a big locker near the pool. Okay. Thought there might have been some significant. Hiro?
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh, who else would I be? And that's a good question. What? Why do I look like this? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? While I was sleeping, was it the Illuminati? Okay, weird.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. He looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Oh, well, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume, it pains me to just look at you like that.
Huh?
Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
Got it all wrong.
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice, let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Ooh, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hiro will be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
Is that okay?
In other words, it's obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We won't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up. Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean... attacking. Blueprints. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hiro running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine. If you're going to be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a beat, Hina stepped putting on the Robo costume. Started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on.
Come on.
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suits back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good, the arms are too long, there's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right, it seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
Then, there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. Well, what the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? He was the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Nice. Robo Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
What the heck?
There's no talking your way out of this one. You did it, everyone knows it. You got to say anything else? She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup. So Hiro was set up.
Oh.
I still didn't expect Hiro and Kyoka to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoka been hiding all this time? I have no idea.
Then perhaps.
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behaviour? What else indeed? But you're quite protective of her, yes? That's because she's helped me out so much up until now. If I were the mastermind, that's exactly what I would do to earn your trust. Good point. Okay. Can I just leave now? I should see what everyone has to say. Oh, I guess I haven't spoken to Hiro again, is that...
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I've figured it out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Ifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it! He didn't do it. I did not. Wait, hold on. If those were the 2 ones that were killed. If those 2 are the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it. I know who did it.
So then.
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30% right.
Which means Alter Ego and /or Shihiro must have done it.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate.
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
I know, that note. Note? Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. For now, let's meet in the rec room at 1 AM. And the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So.
No, hold on, he could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. What? Really? I told you. Someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Yeah. They preyed on me. They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Don't be mean. Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I've no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Nice. Yasuhiro's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why.
Please.
Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
What?
Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit on that note. Feet, don't fail me now. I guess I better get back to guard duty. I was going to ask Toko, Genocide Jack, to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Wonder what Kyoko wants. I want you to help me with the investigation. It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Weird. Their bodies don't lie. You know, they tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Okay. The repository is up here. Yes, this way. Bum 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 bum. Bloop. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. She's as cold as hell. She crouched down next to Taka without any hesitation, began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more uncomfortable. Okay, what'd you find out?
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did?
whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch.
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. 7 o'clock. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. Oh. Oh, actually. Oh, yeah, I see. It is. I was going to look at it at an angle. But yeah, it is. It's just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Oh yeah, he said how long. Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started pointing at his wristwatch. Yeah, that's right. That's funny.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 PM. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. How did nobody notice that? You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labour, right? Okay. You're getting me to do a lot of things. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper.
Hey.
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then...
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Taka's scrap of paper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third. And all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems like Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using just his hammer of 3, which we found in the nurse's office. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that, and why? Okay. Did you find anything? So, did you find anything? Exactly what I said. I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. Oh, a wad of paper.
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. In his pants? So you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. It's just some hentai. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, you better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. It's the note that Hiro got. A note. I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing that Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
However...
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? A weird note under the door. The rec room. Right, different room. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 AM. This note, Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 AM.
Is that right?
Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. So he was taking the note back off of him. So maybe he gave it to Taka in order to get him to go to the other room. What's it called? The equipment room at 6, and then was trying to take it off the body.
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped off. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The note Hifumi had has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
Nice. And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The 2 victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. So we have to think about them a little bit. All I said was that they weren't responsible to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role. I don't think I can understand that. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. E-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Ding dong bing bong.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
Already?
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
It
Okay.
would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
But we better get going. Okay. Alright. Everyone had heard of Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we're all there... There's two?
Appears!
Hello! 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 He's multiplied.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get... I wonder if that's a clue. Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along. Along.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train. Elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on. I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it for serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
Oh no. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka, the one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here! I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Here we are.
When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
just the worst.
Only because of you.
Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial.
Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Quick save. Have I got anything that's allows you to reload 2 bullets at once, effective during the bullet time battle? Increases bullet capacity, effective during the bullet time trial. Let's do that one. Cool. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
I believe you, Hiro.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
It's Rich coming from Genocide Jill.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am
Exactly.
sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit.
Who planted those blueprints?
Parts we assume were used to build it,
Yeah.
and all of it was found in your room.
A bit too convenient.
The evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created...
It'd be so funny if that was the answer and it just ended here.
Committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Make your argument. Guess a hero's message. Right.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awful messy. Oh, it doesn't match Hiro's handwriting. Okay,
Everything
let's
we
try
found in
again.
your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Oh, I guess not.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Alright, I guess we're doing it again. Okay. Right.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong. Is it?
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
No way.
He's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Ooh. Byakuya.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Who wasn't it? The suspicious individual in the question, the one that must have been in the suit. The Illuminati. Hina. Could she have been in the suit? If it's not Hiro, I've got to say Hina. That costume was super big on me. No way. Oh, yeah.
Shoot!
Yeah, I guess it must have just been Hiro, so it wasn't. Trick question. The Illuminati.
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What?
Well, what?
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Things that have been used to move Taka's body around. The repository dolly.
I got it!
I got it! Still one more thing. Things that were used to move Taka's body around, they must have been... The blue tarp?
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Wrapped in plastic.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
Okay.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains
Okay.
the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
That's right.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Dolly to move the body.
But are you sure you are not mistaken? Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong, and nobody expects much from you anyway.
Oh yeah.
We all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Hey! I do understand a lot. I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change their mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to the bullet time. Absolutely. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with the next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. Another one. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. From now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key, okay. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Okay, basically just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the right mouse button and left mouse button. You automatically reload at the start of the fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case you can ignore everything I've just said. Good luck and have fun. Alright, let's do it. The moment of truth. Okay.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Nope.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
No.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Oh, it's just hard.
You are a fool.
Oh no.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Fucking boom.
This should prove it.
This should prove it. That was tough.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I
I
have
love
it
that
right
it goes
here.
to some weird tempo game in the middle of this court trial.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's trail. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Alright, is that going to be enough to convince people that it's not going to be Hiro that is the killer? And if that's true, who is the killer? We'll find out next time on Borderline Games. Have a good evening. Bye bye everybody. Bye.